Verbenec. There's one studio trick to make it sound like there's a bigger audience in the room. Instead of clapping your hands, you slap your thighs. Okay, that's pretty good. Now to make it sound even more realistic, I want you guys to pull your pants down and slap your thighs. So I work at a restaurant with a lot of young guys like Gen Z. I swear I can hardly even communicate with these kids anymore. It's like they speak a whole different language. When they said I was the OG at work, I thought that meant old guy. The girl at work taught me a Gen Z term, ghosted. Actually, the guys taught me that because she was gone. Have you guys ever been ghosted so hard that a girl actually quit a job? The kids are pretty close to the old guy, though. They even invited me to their Super Bowl party. And I was like, wow, Gen Z Super Bowl party? That sounds like fun. What should I bring? And they said, could you get us some beer, mister? I'm like, all right. Is that new hostess going to be there? I'm like, no, she's gone, Mike. She ghosted you. Yeah, man, things have changed. Girls used to think I was a catch. Now I'm a throwback. So I get a case of beer and I go to this kid's apartment for the Gen Z Super Bowl party, but they didn't even have a TV. They're all watching a game on their phones. I don't fit in with these kids anymore. I can't get the game on my flip phone. I can't believe how much technology has changed. I still remember the very first Super Bowl party I went to. We listened to the game on the radio. The halftime show was Lyndon Johnson giving a fireside chat. So I'm watching the game on this kid's phone, over his shoulder. They had the Blue Angel flyover. They had an all-female flight crew. And I got to hand it to the ladies. They were great. You know, nice tight formation right from point A to point B. Nobody's circling aimlessly or afraid to stop and ask for directions. Yeah, the women pilots were every bit as good, if not better, than the guy pilots. Until they landed and had to park. So I worked on the weekends, so I couldn't go to the protest. But I figured out an even better way to stick it to the man. I hired an immigrant to protest for me. It works on so many levels. Because they never arrest the guy that hires them. Yeah, I'm no Trumper, but I gotta admit, I didn't think Kamala had a chance. You know, they even tried to steal the black vote from her. They tried to start this whisper campaign. It's like, is she really black? Or oh, she's mixed race, so African Americans shouldn't vote for her because she's not black enough. Not black enough. Yeah, I was talking to my dad about that. I'll tell you what, she was plenty black enough as far as my old man's concerned. So yeah, you know, dating's tough out there. You know, like I said, as you get older, you know. I said hi to a girl on Tinder. She said, "Hold on, I'll get my mom." I tried Hinge, or as people my age call it, the Hinge. Here I come, girls, I'm on the Hinge. Everybody was too young. It's out of my age range.
Yeah.
So I went on an app where the people trying to hook up were more like around my age. Yikes. It's called cringe. I tried the Bumble. Same thing. Everybody was too young. Luckily, they had a link to one of their partner apps for people around my age trying to hook up. It's called Stumble. Had a bad date last week. You know, I took her to a comedy club. You know, comedian says, "Who's dating out there?" I started to raise my hand, but she pulled it down. She turned to the guy on the other side and said, "Yeah, we didn't have a lot in common, you know, ran out of things to talk about, had those long, awkward silences. It got so bad, I had to make a wrong turn on the way home to get her to say something. And even then, it was just, no, wait, just let me out up here. Going home to visit my mom in Kansas City for Mother's Day. You know, for a comedian, going home to visit your family for a holiday is actually a tax write-off. It's a work trip. Because we all come back with material. You know, when I see somebody out here in a Kansas City Chiefs jersey, I'm like, hey, go Chiefs! And we high-five and fist bump. We stop and chat a little bit. When I got back to Kansas City, everybody's wearing Chiefs gear. And for the first day, I kept forgetting that I wasn't in LA anymore. So I ran up to a guy in a jersey and I said, hey, go Chiefs! And he said, okay, Spaz. You know, when you visit your parents, after a few days, no matter how old you are, you just start to fall back into your old parent-child behaviors. I went to bed. I did a couple of shows when I was back home, but I didn't invite my family because I figured out that people won't laugh at your jokes if they don't really like you. Okay, you're laughing too hard. I see you really struck a chord with you. It's funny because it's true. I don't like him. Yeah, you know, I was in the airport bathroom, and the guy in the next stall had his kid in there. And he's saying, okay, now hold it steady. Now aim at the middle. Oh, good job. Now keep aiming at the middle. Oh, you're doing a very good job. You're getting to be such a big boy. And I looked up, and he was peeking over the stall. He was talking to me the whole time.